Yo, what up to the people out there? You already know what time it is. It's your boy Ace. We sliding through one time for the one time. We got a little something going on for the train snatchers and robbers and grabbers for the night's work. But we gonna jump off into something real smooth and real gander like, just to put some motion out there, a little bit of motion out there for the bro. You know, support those that support you, and that's the way that always go. Let me get this right, cue this on up for y'all. Then we're gonna get into that content. On the way. Bing, bing. Locked in. Bring that on back. That was. The boy just came home not too long ago. We trying to make it shake, you know? Shake the city out, you know? It was the boy Ruger Red Pound Sign '09. You want to lock in, get in tune, tap in, search them up on YouTube. Put them in your YouTube search bar, you know. Nothing but a little click away. All in a day's work. Slowly but surely.
This is a new plugin for songwriters, producers, creators.
Already then came from what he came from and grew to what he grew into. And, you know, everything counts. Everything counts, you know. Everything counts. We're going to make that shake out. But we're going to get into this content, what we came to get into. Video from your boy Tommy G. It's called The Wild Business of the Train Robberies. Now, this is something that I always knew was going on, but at the same time, I didn't know as far as like the depth of, and I'm not gonna get all the way into it because I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm gonna just let y'all get this work, and we'll talk about it as we go along.
Begin tonight with Begin tonight with the latest on an attempted train burglary just east of Bakersfield.
This is merchandise from the trains left on the tracks, suspected of being taken from the trains by thieves.
Your spanking new office printer might be delayed a few days in transit if it was parked on a FedEx rail car that was parked here Friday morning.
I almost thought that was Trump talking for a second. Gosh almighty. Can't tell me that ain't his little cousin or something. He in the family.
Near Union Avenue. This was the scene early Friday on the tracks near Union, north of California Avenue.
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of adrenaline. I love it. That's kind of why I do it, you know.
No. Was there an event in your life, like a financial stressor that said, this is what I'm going to do?
An old lady broke the car accident.
Would you guys say this is every night?
Yep, I do it almost every night.
What can you stand to make in a week doing this?
25K.
Now, sometimes you guys stop the trains.
Yeah, go grab a car or whatever, anywhere, pull it up on the tracks.
25K every night. Gosh almighty. Y'all boys on the rampage, ain't you? Okay. Y'all must be snatching every single drip, drop, and penny from up out of there. And y'all know pennies about to go out anyway. They about to be extinct and probably the next year. They stopped minting them last year, but they might do away with them in the financial system sooner than later, because a lot of stores are even cutting out the pennies worth.
You want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it from the back. Enhanced graphics. That was kind of fancy. I'll have to look into that one.
The big question is, who pays? Well, in the long run, most likely insurance companies, which means you and I.
When I imagine train robberies, I think back to the Wild West days when rugged outlaws like Jesse James and Butch Cassidy would assemble a posse, then ride in on horseback to storm a train, execute their heist, and get away with the loot. And I would have told you that these train robberies were a thing of the past.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Jumping on with the bandanas, with the revolvers. Put them to the sky. You know?
Was until I got word that the business of train heist is alive and well. And in Bakersfield, California, where our episode takes place, these robberies can occur on a nightly basis. Now, I've made a career out of being fascinated by the mind of an outlaw, and today we meet many of them involved in this train business. We witness these guys live in action, see how they evade law enforcement, and we get a first-hand look at how their underground economy works. This is a world where people drive cars onto train tracks to get a train to stop to initiate the heist. To be successful at this, thieves have to avoid the federal agents, local law enforcement, and private detectives that patrol the railways and hunt down organized crime. This, folks, is the modern-day Wild West. Let's dive in. Folks, right here in the video was supposed to be a sponsored ad, but they wanted me to read from a script and do some gay-ass commercial, and I just didn't want to do it. All I want to do is make the best possible videos for you at home to watch. Right now, the Patreon army is at about 1,400 people. Let's get it up to 2,000. That way, we never have to do stupid-ass commercials. And you get access to the best and wildest clips on the internet, guaranteed. Join the movement, join the army. Link is in pinned comments.
I want to add some guitar.
Do you know how to make music?
No, of course not.
Okay. What's up, guys? We're here at the airport in Madrid. We're looking for a stranger to finish this. What the impact theft has on the community is, just look no further than here. I've never seen this before. Celsius is behind a locked glass. You gotta push a button and have.
Never seen it before. All right, now, I don't know what Tommy G from, but gosh almighty, I've seen that in a lot of places, a lot of states, a lot of cities, a lot of places. You have to call and get the clerks, one of the clerks, hopefully they can get somebody over there for you without you waiting 15, 20 minutes for you to get what you need to get out there. Because other than that, it's dead ball.
An employee comes. So if you think theft only impacts the corporations and the big companies, you're wrong. It impacts the little guy with all these little hassles and things we have to go through. Our insurance gets higher. There's a lot of little factors and ripple effects that comes from theft. How bad is it?
pretty bad, man. It was to the point that people were still like,
Oh yeah, and here at
the Red Bull.
Walmart. Yeah,
People are stealing Red Bull.
yeah, junkies
According
coming
to
in there all the
Hammurabi
time
Code,
stealing Red
in
Bull.
severe
They
cases,
need it.
theft will be punished by either cutting your hand off or by death. So it's something that people have taken very seriously for a long time, but it seems like now more than ever in this current era, it's the most lightly punished it's ever been.
They say robbed the East Bakersfield Walmart last week. The robbery happened last Thursday, March 11th, just before 1:30 in the afternoon.
They got uncle and nephew up there. Smile, you're on candid camera. Here it is.
Nearby, there's people that are waiting for this thing to stop so they can get on board and get everything off of it. Someone's gonna crack it open and see what they can get. Maybe it's oranges, maybe it's baby supplies, maybe it's Amazon packages, who knows? Something important could be on your way to your house, but instead, someone's gonna get their grubby paws on it and you're gonna have to get your order reshipped.
Begin tonight with the latest on an attempted train burglary just east of Bakersfield.
Boxes of merchandise from the trains left on the tracks, suspected of being taken from the trains by thieves.
Suspected? So it's just a suspicion? Nah. If it was taken, it was by a thief. If something was stolen that wasn't supposed to be stolen, it was definitely by a thief. Yeah.
Bakersfield, California is a place you probably haven't heard of. Some people call it the armpit of California. It's rough out here. I mean, you have lots of homeless, and if you're a homeless guy with nothing to lose, what is it to you to try and take some things off a train and sell it? So clearly something has gone down right around here. There's hundreds and hundreds of boxes here, and my first impression of this operation is kind of like a smash and grab.
Smash and
This is
go.
going out to Washington to a lady named Debbie, and this is going out to Jean in Washington. So a lot of people on the West
Washington.
Coast were looking for important shit. Who knows if a kid had a birthday
that's
coming
that's
up,
one.
and also how much
Washington.
of this theft is wasted. Like, what can a person really do with a precision egg cooker? How much can you resell that for? I would guess they're looking for electronics, chargers, computers, video cameras, I don't know. If I had to choose between doing this and running into a Best Buy, I would choose the Best Buy all day. This to me seems like just one of the more dirty and messy ways to make some sort of income. No one's turning into Jeff Bezos off of this. So earlier,
You would rather run into a bet. Nah, Tommy. See, they'd rather do that because they got more of a chance of getting what they want and getting away with it. Best Buy, you're not just running up in Best Buy and snatching and grabbing and thinking you're going to get through them doors easily. Nah, it ain't going to work like that, Tom.
wondering what percent of the thieves are homeless versus professionals, and this is a camp right next to all the action. I mean, just by the disorganized look at the scene, I would guess it's more of a homeless than a professional job.
Well, hey, I don't know nothing about it. It's not my business. This is my business.
It's crazy, right? So like, you see like the boxes and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
They don't really do it right here anymore.
People are getting busted for it?
One's looking at deportation. If they caught you on the train grabbing something, they could bust you. But once you left the train, they couldn't do anything about it.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built.
We're suiting up right now during what's primetime train hours, which is from now about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock till 2 a.m. So I guess from the clues that we've been getting, we're dealing with more of an addict homeless situation and like sketchy characters on the fringes. What percent of people in this game would you say are homeless versus professional?
About 70% are homeless, to be honest with you.
How long have you been doing this for?
I'm probably going on like 3 or 4 years now.
And how many missions over those 3 or 4 years?
quite a bit, probably too many to count, to be honest. It's we just drive around, you know, that's kind of what we do around here is we just drive around, and then if we see a train stop, we'll call everybody and be like, hey, yo, this is where we're at.
What are some of the things you have to be aware of in doing a mission? Like, how do you plan this out?
Honestly, there's not really much planning behind it. It's you see it, you go, you know, and jump on it right away, because it's you come on time limit. You know, it's how long is it gonna take for this person to take off, or you know, when are the cops gonna show up?
Is security getting heavier and heavier now that this is becoming more of a common thing?
I would say so, yeah. They've started parking trucks and security guards around where the trains stop and things like that. Back in the day, you know, you wouldn't have none of that. You just be there and open shit up, and you'll be there for a cool like 2-3 hours or something like that, you know.
Now sometimes you guys stop the trains.
Yeah, go grab a car or whatever, anywhere, pull it up on the tracks. You kind of like high center it on top of the tracks, you know. Most of the time you want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it farther back.
How much money can you stand to make on a mission?
I've made about $5,000.
Not knowing when a train might roll through, we gave E-Money a GoPro and told him to record a mission so we could see how it all goes down. Here's what he captured.
Okay, so 25 grand was what we heard at first. Now E-Money, this guy here, he said, okay, he made about 5K. So I wonder if that was divided up between everyone that was on the mission, or was it, you know, what he had grabbed by himself, or I guess hopefully we'll find out how it goes.
I'm gonna see if I can see where with a lot with popping, because I don't have the full cutters on me.
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of adrenaline, just pumping, you know, it's a crazy feeling. I love it. That's kind of why I do it, you know. It's exciting and just fun to do.
Blessings on blessings, amen, man.
We separated from E-Money and set out on our own to patrol the tracks. Our goal was to be in position.
Shout out to the homie Vonta for popping in on the Chizzy chat. You know what I mean? Everybody, one time for the one time, if you can, double tap that screen, like and subscribe if you can. We understand. You can even give me a thumbs down. If you don't like the content, you can give me a thumbs down. It's all the same word. It's free. Blessings on blessings. And shout out to Vonta one more.
And near the action if a train robbery was going to happen that night. Here's what went down. At least 2 different crews are doing their inventory right now, seeing what's on the inside, and from what we understand, there's serious consequences for this now in California. California is not as light criminally as they used to be, so we're kind of just waiting to see what they find and seeing what our next step is.
I'm on my way.
What are you looking for on the trains? What are you hoping to find on the trains?
Anything worth profit. I mean, I've found $100 worth of cards, you know, like little, we call them player cards and stuff like that. 2 or 3 people inside, and we just throw them out. Just start throwing them like this. People on the ground will grab them, and just throw them in the truck. After that, we'll go to a different.
$100? What? You scraping and scrambling for the 100. Nah, buddy. Nah. You got to get a better profit margin than that, my friend.
So there's an organized team.
Oh, yeah. It could be anywhere from like 3 to, 6 people.
Yeah, Vonta, it is, definitely. Because you never know what's going on in the world, you know? You got to tap in and always see outside
what's going on?
Just what's in front of your face. So
They're
I
hitting
try
it? By the truck?
hit all angles and all aspects of the world.
What the is going on? He said they're hitting it over here.
Go way back there.
Do I move?
You go get Big aces for Monza, big aces.
So we were catching the action. No. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, so going on right behind us right now is, that's law enforcement right there. Hey, the cops are right there. Hey, the sheriff's right there. Hey. What the f?
Holy shit, we should go.
Should we get back in the car?
Yeah, go.
Miguel. Let's get back in the car.
What the fuck
was that, dude? Holy shit!
So you might be wondering why we were running back to the car. Keep in mind, we had just seen the sheriff, and what we weren't sure of in that moment was what were the legal ramifications even being near a train robbery. As you can imagine, robbing a train is a big federal crime. Under the U.S. Code's Title 18, Section 1991, anyone who assaults, robs, or attempts to rob a train can face serious prison time, up to 20 years. It's considered an act of theft on interstate commerce, which
up to 20 years. That's a long time to be away from your family. Y'all better think long and hard before y'all make these decisions out here. For sure.
of course makes it the business of the feds.
He basically is like, are you guys the cops? We said no. Then he starts opening it up and just going ham. Then a sheriff drives by and then it just lurches. Okay, so obviously there is no place for stealing. I'm not advocating it. But the adrenaline rush of just being by the action, I can see why these guys are addicted just to the thrill of the job.
See, Tommy G, he's not advocating it. He's just out there for the thrill, you know?
That was insane, wasn't it?
But what if you're not robbing the train? You're like us, near it. If you are caught trespassing within a certain distance of train tracks, you could still be committing a crime. We filmed this in California, and doing some research into this, it looks like California laws make it a misdemeanor to trespass within 20 feet of the tracks. This can land you up to 1 year in county jail. Luckily, we filmed this entire episode within 21 feet or further from the tracks.
So what if, you know, someone's ordering baby formula and baby bottles and it doesn't get there on time? Like, what about the impact of it?
Agreed. The way I look at it is if you're ordering it off of Amazon or online somewhere, like, not too much of it. You know, you gotta wait to, even if you get to the next day shipping, you're still waiting that time to get it, you know, so.
I guess what stands out to me is the outright lawlessness. I think people in other countries watching this, seeing this happen in the United States, I think it would blow their minds. To think that a sheriff would drive by as you're blatantly stealing packages from a train, which is a federal offense, that he just keeps going on with his day. Where else does that happen? It's Keegan.
Oh, and Doc, just to let you know, I was over there doing the Jeopardy scene. I had, you know, came to support, did my little typos, but I was preparing for this, so that's why I couldn't play. So when it was time to play, I couldn't play because I was prepping for this, getting everything in order. That's all. But I'm glad you made it here before you know, took it down for the night's count. You know, appreciate you.
His birthday today, so happy birthday, Keegan. Write in the comments, happy birthday, Keegan. No better way to celebrate a birthday than by chasing down train thieves and 2 minutes before Googling whether it's a felony or misdemeanor.
Nano Banana Pro is now on Artlist. Get Google's most up-to-date model and all the leading AI models on Artlist. Subject consistency, spot on. Text rendering, flawless in multiple languages. Even the tiny background details, Nano Banana Pro gets it. If you can imagine it, Nano Banana Pro can do it. Write your prompt and
the wrench.
I was trying to think, so I have to look into that one.
Appreciate you, Doc, because, you know.
Some cream junk.
So trolls be trolling. You gotta let the trolls troll. We just don't do the racial slur. That's all. We don't do the racial
kitchen
troll.
stuff. What's that, wrapping paper or something?
That's all.
It's an interesting one. Like a cover or something. Shoes? Ooh, a nice little bag. That's about it. I didn't get too many this time, but had to get out of there. The train started moving.
Is that unusual for the train to start moving like that?
No, especially when they're like switching conductors like that.
So how would you rate the haul overall?
This one's one of the lower end ones. Altogether right there, probably 150, maybe.
I saw a sheriff look at someone stealing and kept driving.
Yeah, sheriffs out here, the law enforcement don't really give a shit. It seems like they're scared. They're scared of everybody out here.
If caught, what's the penalty?
All Amazon boxes.
It's probably just 2
through.
years or so. They're fighting a big case for sure. It's federal.
So it's very spur of the moment. It went from nothing's gonna go down tonight to 2-minute notice just happened.
Yes, and that's how it goes. You know, whenever you get the call, you gotta hurry up and get there. 90% of it, to be honest with you.
Talking to this guy got me wondering how many stolen goods are floating around on places like Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. I mean, how many people completely unaware are furnishing their homes, buying gifts for the...
How many? It's a whole lot. If they ransacking everything that's on the train, sliding it out, it's a lot of stolen gifts out there that's been pinged from coast to coast, east to west, north to south. Yeah, I can only imagine. We're not even gonna get into the door snatchers, the package snatchers from your front door.
for kids, even getting school supplies like laptops and calculators without realizing that we too are participating in the underground economy. One of the train robbers told me like this straight up: if it's a brand new item listed at 50% of retail or less, or an item missing its original packaging, chances are it's stolen. It made me wonder what percent of goods on a site like Facebook Marketplace are lifted items. One day, when I interview Mark Zuckerberg, I will ask him for his take on this. But for now, it's wild to think that any one of us could have something at our homes that we use on a daily basis that was stolen in a train heist. Would you consider yourself to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
What's your next move?
Get rid of the boxes, honestly, and then start pricing stuff out.
Have you ever been close to getting caught?
Yeah, we had somebody, where it was stopped. They were on the other side of the fence, I think got some property or something, and they said they were calling the cops, and we hear it all the time, so we push on for a little bit, and this time the cops, they showed up pretty fast, and so they show up, and we all just dip down. You gotta get low and just gone, dude.
Last night, a train robber approached us in an off-camera meeting and told us about his operation. He had stash houses, getaway drivers, and lookouts stationed in the mountains. So the next morning, we spent the day tracking the trains through the mountains, trying to see it from a train robber's point of view. Behind me is another train going towards Bakersfield. We're gonna see if we can link up with the guys that are gonna hit this train. This is some modern day rodeo shit. And at nightfall, we returned to the towns of Bakersfield and Oildale to see yet another train robbery. But first, we had to talk to the locals and see what they thought about this. Are you aware that most nights when the train stops, people just descend on the trains and just take everything they can out of it?
I know that happens, but I don't know if it happens near here.
And I don't know if you saw the boxes that are on the side of the road.
No, I haven't seen them.
He knows that it happens, but he's not sure if it happens near. So if he know. He's just not trying to give out any information. Okay, now that's understandable. Smart young man, you answered that in a very good way.
What do you think about that?
I think it's horrible. They're going to catch somebody robbing a train.
Now, here's something that's going to blow your mind. We saw it last night. A sheriff drove right by as a guy was opening up the train and taking boxes, and he just kept driving by.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Maybe he didn't see it. I mean, how could you not see it?
I mean, we get people come in here all the time who steal, and they just walk up, grab and walk out, not even care.
And that's people just walking into his store, stealing and walking the fuck out. So you know damn well, if it's known for the Amazon, well, not even Amazon because it's more freight than that, but the trains that come through to get wrecked, yeah, he know.
Bunch of criminals here.
Y'all heard what Grandma just said. I would call her auntie, but she look a little, you know, a little up there. So she might got some grandkids. So you all heard what Grandma just said.
I don't even care.
There's a bunch of criminals here.
It's a bunch of criminals here.
There is, especially in Oildale.
A whole
There
bunch
are.
of
Yeah, you have to be very careful. We have cameras at my house. I mean, we take all precautions. They just stole our mailbox not long ago.
You're in a mailbox?
Yeah, community mailbox.
Oh, shit. She said, but they just stole my mailbox. See? Something going on down there. So it got to be some junkies doing that. Stole the mailbox. It got to be some certified junkies. That's all that could have been. Some fiends, you know, some zombies running around and thought she had something there. They probably thought she had a Amazon delivery package and this shit and yoinked her for it.
Yeah. So that's my husband.
Hello. How you doing?
Oh, God. Man.
Sir, I hear you're missing a mailbox.
Yes, sir, I am. And yeah, there's a lot of thieving going on around these neighborhoods.
Are you aware that the trains get hit regularly?
Yeah, I heard all about that, yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a bunch of bull. Yeah, that's not even right. They should have more security on those trains than what they do. Yeah, I don't understand it, how they can get in those trains so easy and take all the stuff off of them without anybody noticing.
No, folks, this is romance right here. Sir, what did you just do? You handed her what?
Ruffles, potato chips.
And it's not even Valentine's Day, huh?
We love each other, though.
Yeah, we do.
We've been married 20 years, bud.
Congratulations. All right, guys, stay safe. Have a good night.
So we have a helicopter circling at about the same time last night
with the Ruffles.
That's 100% a helicopter. No plane moves like that.
And he just circled the train area, huh?
Yeah. Their center of rotation is 100% around the.
Holy shit, it's shining right at him.
Yeah.
Meet Evoto AI, the photo editing software that everyone's talking about. Go out and create more. Evoto saves you time by
So here we go. Here's some of the fragments of what remains from last night. They obviously cleared it out. They have some sort of system. Whole Foods, Amazon returns. So yeah, Amazon lost out last night. So now our job for the rest of the night is, one, talk to the guys that have their hands in this and get more of the story from them. Two, see if there's another mission, which chances are there will be. It just is, will we be in the right place at the right time when it goes down? There's way other ways I would rather steal. If I had to get into the business of stealing, I feel like this is one of the harder ones to make money in. So we're going to a spot.
Yeah, especially if what you're stealing, the products is only worth but so much. But they went from 25K to dudes seeing 5K a day. And now you're not even interested anymore, Tommy G. So let's dive deeper inside this monumental structure of the thievery.
That is involved in the package smuggling, and the local's going to tell us about it. What are we looking at here?
So I hear they use this as like the gateway to get back and forth to the tracks. There's a old pipe yard that the fence is ripped open on it, obviously.
So they go through here, another hole.
That's actually
tracks.
You see where the train's at right there.
Mm-hmm. So this is a popular place in the city where the train gets hit.
Mm-hmm. This whole road, there's like 10 sets of tracks that went across there. That's probably where that train is right there. Is probably the second or third row of tracks.
Why do you think this doesn't get fixed?
Because it's not the train's property, or the train federal property. It's somebody else's property. They come in yellow totes, and a lot of the stuff it comes in. Like those trains right there, they're just stacked with yellow totes of, like, I would say, like all kinds of shit, 99-cent store type stuff.
So how many main spots throughout the city would you say get hit?
Anywhere along the tracks, really.
The last spot we were at, helicopter was circling. You think that's preventative on the police's part?
Yeah, it helps because the guys know that the cops got the helicopters got the flare, so they can see them even if they don't have the light on. So that helps. You gotta like penalize these people for this shit. You gotta like actually go to jail and. Instead of breaking.
But what I'm wondering is, how do they get the trains to stop? Are the trains just stopping for break time? Are they, coming down to a slow motion? What's the case may be? Like, man, I can understand it that it would be going slow enough for them to actually jump on the train and pull the product off, So that's probably what they're doing, but he said on some of the tracks that the trains are just completely stopped, 100% stopped. So better start putting their packages on the bullet train. Something. Because other than that, they hit.
Stealing shit, jail and getting let out the next day. And then they just let them stack up their cases and they keep getting busted, and then eventually, yeah, they throw them in jail, but they don't do long enough and people aren't going to learn and nobody wants to work. They want everything easy. It's all fun and games until it happens to you, right?
It's all fun and games.
So just another example of sloppy thieving. People want to have sympathy, and I get it. Like if someone's down on their luck and they fall back on rent, that's one thing. But when you just want to turn the entire city into your own trash can, that's where I draw the line. Would you say you have any economic stressors in your life?
Well, my motto is everything's a hustle since 19. That's when I was born.
To get into some of these things, like did it come from economic struggle where like, hey, I gotta pay a bill, so I'm gonna try something new? Or like, how did you even get into this world?
Dad didn't do some of the smarter stuff.
Now, from the back of his back, it looks real wide and real hefty like, you know? I don't think Buddy right here is running anywhere too fast at all, 0%. He's on the slow motion, so he might be the one that's piecing everything together or anything of that nature, but I don't have Buddy outrunning any security, low-level security, police, dog, nothing of the sort. He was the one that was on the Amazon food truck. That's what he was doing. He was scoping out that Amazon food truck.
A lot of dumb shit, I guess I kind of fell on that same path.
So is it more the thrill or the economics of it?
A little bit of both.
We got connected to a local named Tweak. He was going to be going on a train job later that night, so I asked him about how he evades law enforcement and how he prepares for a mission. Here's what he said. You just got out of jail? What was that?
That was like 2 days ago.
Indeed. Indeed. Vonta says they might be stopping so the drivers can sleep. Now, I didn't even think about that. Break time. Well, I said break time as far as lunchtime or whatever the case, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know a schedule for a conductor, like a conductor schedule. I don't know like how long they're allowed to be on the road. Like when you're over the road drive, well, on the railroad, but when you're over the road driving, like you have certain limits for DOC and stuff like that. But that might be that. Oh yeah, a bit like truck drivers. Yep. Indeed. Okay. Conductorism. Tenderism.
And what'd you get hit for?
I just got my probation once and shit. I've been running on doing dumb shit all the time. Not going to court, it's been on court shit,
So how often do you do the train business?
Yeah, I don't really do it too much anymore like I was, because after I when I seen a lot of the federal marshals out there, they're cracking down on it pretty big.
Federal marshals are out there?
Yeah, they've been seen out there. I've seen personally my own 2 eyes, federal marshals sitting out there going and doing sweeps out there. They're picking up people. They were doing three cars linked at a row at a time with the pepper ball guns and shit in the cars, lighting down next to the train. So when the train stops, they're driving up and down it the whole time as it stops, patrolling it. So, and you can go further from the railroad, kind of skip to the tracks, the little C trains that you've got, of course. But
what do you got?
That's the scanner.
Do you actually use that?
Yeah, it's the best way to have it, but just me, I won't get caught with it. I'm gonna toss it out before they catch up to me.
It's just amazing what drugs will make someone do. And it just feels, I don't want to say like a waste, but like all this stolen stuff is just going to a cycle that gets deeper and deeper. Like, it's not like, oh, if I hit enough trains, then I'll be able to move on to something else. It doesn't have the same glamour as the outlaw cowboys back in the day hitting trains. This will be our last night out in the trains. We'll see what we run into and see if
gold.
We'll see what we see.
stop
I was
doing
scrolling
Hey.
and stumbled on this voice. And I thought, why not harmonize with her? And so I did.
As we walked up to the scene, we realized that the trains had just been hit right before we got there, so we got to approach the crews on the ground to see what the next step in their business process was. In the background right now, there's a guy just going through boxes. And again, as we came here, look at that, that's a sheriff right there. I don't know how obvious that is from the road. Seen pretty heavy police activity through here, and right in the back there's a crew going through fresh boxes. So I don't know if there's another train coming or if we just kind of missed it and we're seeing the aftermath. But either way, it's kind of like piranhas on a fresh piece of meat. So you guys enjoy? Is it a good haul?
Right there. I don't know what they're taking.
These yellow bags are from the train?
When they take bags on
You
bags.
guys we saw 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Did you get hurt? Because the train like lurched.
No, I always jump off like that.
Tommy said, you're the guy we saw 2
We've
nights
seen
ago.
like 2 or 3
yeah,
sheriffs
you knew
drive
he
by.
was
They
gonna
still
be
give
back,
us to
Tom.
do that.
For a fact.
If it would have been like a bunch of fucking...
That's his job.
You may hear me mention a few times expressing shock that the sheriffs did nothing but just drove by. But there may be an explanation for this. One of the train robbers told me that because the tracks are federal jurisdiction, the local PD has a tough time building cases that stick on these guys. Not sure if that...
And that is really a key factor to why the local sheriffs don't stop, because of the fact that it's federal jurisdiction. And the feds and the local authorities, they don't intertwine. It's out of their jurisdiction.
That is all true, but more on that later. I have an arrest story coming for you guys in just a couple minutes. Would you guys say this is every night?
What's up, man? Shout out to Bakersfield, east side of Bakersfield, you know what I mean? That's where I'm from. Trying to get $1 out of 15 cents. Yeah, that's it, man. We trying to eat. Pick me up right here by the bridge. I already got everything packed up, ready to go. All right, baby. Yeah, that's the ride, man. You gotta get the ride ready to go so you can get up out of here. Just gonna make this money now, man. Probably won't happen till the morning, but shit, it's gonna happen. And we eat instead for dinner.
What got you into this business?
My boy right there. My boy, he a beast at this, but my buddy out there in the mountain, he got rolled up by Pinkerton. They arrested him, they impounded his truck and everything.
So Pinkerton's really serious.
Oh yeah, Pinkerton is the ones that they'll get you. Pinkerton is the ones they're the OGs, you know what I mean?
Let's bring you up to speed on the infamous Pinkerton Detective Agency. This 170-year-old firm has been cracking down on criminal plots since the 1850s. Their claims to fame include foiling an early assassination attempt on Abraham Lincoln, making outlaw Butch Cassidy and his guys flee to South America to avoid being caught by them, and that in the 1890s, with over 32,000 guys on staff, they boasted more manpower than the entire U.S. Army. So what kind of job satisfaction?
Pinkertons. The PPs, the powerful Pinkertons.
Do you feel like you're caught in a cycle?
Hell, more guys than the U.S. Army.
If I stop, I don't eat. My family doesn't eat, so you really can't stop him, you know what I mean? You can make a good payday, you can make a real good payday, but unless you're willing to shut down shop and stop doing what you're doing, then it's going to keep going, be a cycle, keep on going. People are going to hear about it, you're going to get more people out here. But I mean, you tend to weed out the people that are built for it, the people that aren't. You know what I mean? Like, it's a waiting game. It's a hit and a miss. You never know when you're going to hit. But when you do hit, you hit pretty fast and you're good. You keep going.
What can you stand to make in a week doing this?
I've made up to close to 25K. Maybe as low as fucking a couple $100. It just all depends on what you...
Okay, so it's really no organization to it. So that's where the 25K come in at. And then he said on the lowest, a couple hundred bucks. Shitting the fuck out of me. Hell to the no. 0%. A couple $100. You out there risking your life, your freedom, your everything, your daily supply of whatever that you're trying to get, buddy, that isn't worth it. You can go make that somewhere at the a restaurant, laying tile, carpentry, electrician work, whatever the case may be. $100, and I got it on the low end, really being zero as far as them not being able to get into the train that they wanted to get into. So I got it being as low as zero to he made that $25K profit that one or twice, whatever the case may be. But yeah, so nah, buddy, it's not looking good for you, buddy.
Was there an event in your life, like a financial stressor that said, this is what I'm going to do?
Old lady broke the neck in the car.
Yeah, it's all really luck of the draw. Very much so. It's a hit or miss.
She was paralyzed. She couldn't walk. I lost my job. I had to take her to the doctors. And all her doctor's visits, we had to teach her how to walk again.
What kind of job were you working before?
Oh, I had a great job. I was working agriculture. I had a company truck. I was making $75K a year.
It's a luck of the draw.
You quit that to do this? Because you make more doing this.
I mean, now I built a record for myself. I've put in a record, so it's going to be a little bit harder to find a good job with. And I mean, once you get into it, it's it. You know what I mean? It's kind of, that's why I tell people that do it or want to try to do it, just remain smart, don't get caught.
There's a lot of youth out there that are feeling really reckless and thinking, hey, I can just get quick shit. And they don't have a record yet. What would you tell them?
It's not worth it. You're going to get yourself out into federal charges. You know what I mean? Once you get federal charges, you're doing 85% of your time. You're not going to do no half time. There is no fucking, good behavior. You're going to go to the feds and you're sitting down.
Now, if I ain't mistaken, this guy right here, he's out of fucking jurisdiction. He being nosy. Because the back of his vest or jacket, I can't tell if it's a vest or jacket from this height, but it only says police on it. So he's doing his own one-man mano a mano fucking investigation to where he needs to be in his truck somewhere else, because that's not what he's supposed to be doing. So anything that he does or wants to do here, as far as it being an open crime scene, it's not going to hold.
Yourself out into federal charges. You know what I mean? Once you get federal charges, you're doing 85% of your time. You're not going to do no half time. There is no fucking, good behavior. You're going to go to the feds and you're sitting down with some big boys. I don't know if you noticed, there was a plane flying around for the past 7 nights. I've been watching it. It's in a routine. It's on a route. It circles around. And they have heat sensors. They have night vision. They follow you. They'll follow you back to your home. They'll follow you back to wherever you're going. That's why I say they'll build a case on it.
Sure. Sure enough, this guy here, who I'll call C, got arrested exactly in the manner that he described. He recently got out of jail and called me to tell me that the same week we had met him, he completed a train mission and went to his safe house, where he was then tracked down by a police helicopter and swarmed by 12 sheriff's vehicles. He was arrested at gunpoint, brought to jail, and was told that he was facing 3 years of federal time. However, he said that due to what seems to be a technicality of jurisdiction, apparently the local police had to drop his case, which, if this is true, would explain why the sheriffs would just drive past and ignore the train thieves. If anyone watching this episode is in law enforcement or is a lawyer, please tell me if this local police not having jurisdiction holds any water.
That's true. That's exactly true. So he went to jail, got out, did a robbery, got caught, but got caught by the locals, and he had to get let go. And that's about it.
Stop
stealing. Yeah, that's all you got to do.
I guess most crime seems to be indicative of someone being stuck in a cycle. And anytime you're stuck, you're not free. So it's just sad. Like, even though they're doing bad shit, like stealing someone's packages, I still feel bad for these people. I still sympathize with them in a way. I mean, this is not a life that anyone would envy. There's nothing glamorous, there's nothing cool. Because I think at the end of the day, you want to have an impact on the world that's positive. Everyone wants that. This is not something that you can rest easy doing. At least I don't think so. All right, folks, that was an inside look into the business of train robberies and theft. This was a wild ride. As always, I appreciate you joining me. I have the best job in the world, and it's only possible because you guys tune in. My final message is this: we all have choices, and you can either build a positive cycle or you can build a negative cycle. You pick where you want to go. And obviously some of us have better deck of cards at the beginning, but I really believe life is how you play the cards. So do what's going to be best for you, your family, your community. Thank you guys. See you next week.
And that was that. Tommy G, my guy, came through one time for the one time. But as y'all can see, you know, the train robbery business.
Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. You want to watch another? Here. You want to subscribe? Over here. See you next week.
Nothing at all. So the lowest bid of $100. So I do believe that he can go to jail for that $100, but I also believe that he should get a job. You're better off getting your job, a 9-to-5er, working, and going down just like that. Because of the fact, anything else outside of that, because that $100 is not worth it. But they're playing into the course of the T on the matter of that the law enforcement aren't able to do anything to them. So it's that the feds have to be there, that the FBI literally has to be there, and in order for them to be prosecuted. So like the last guy had said, he went to jail, he came back. After he got released, he went back to the train spot, got pulled and surrounded by 12 police officers, and that was that. After that, they had to let his ass go. They couldn't do anything. They had to let his ass go. So that's what they're playing of the luck of the draw with that one, only because of the fact of the jurisdiction confliction that they have. So it's like, it's very complicated because the sheriffs there, they can't do anything. Lex, top of the evening. Everything. Yes, ma'am. Appreciate you, Miss Ma'am. Appreciate you for stopping through. You know, it's all love over here at the Ace Society. But what you just missed was Tommy G. He did a little documentary about the train robberies going on, but it comes to find out that in the beginning of the documentary, it was said that they were doing $25,000, then a little bit, well, per day, $25,000 per day. Then a little bit more into the documentary, it was stated that it was $5,000, but that was only coming from one person. So we didn't know whether it was like a combined number of such things, but he said on the low end, it was only $100, a couple $100 per day as far as them ransacking the trains. But it's still a hit or miss, because I do believe that they've been on the train multiple times, numerous times, to where that there was no funds to be kept at all, or they might not have been able to get into the train at the time, or anything could be going on, you know. So to end it all, I would say get a job, because That right there, nah, not at all, not at all. Get a fucking job, man. Do something with yourself other than just trying to bank on that. But we also found out that why they do it so often is because of the fact that the sheriffs aren't allowed to stop them or apprehend them of any notion because of the fact that it's federal jurisdiction. So they were out there, the sheriffs were riding past, and no one was stopping. It wasn't like, it wasn't anything that they could do at the time. So like I was saying, when you had came in, Lex, into the room, Lex, about the guy, he had got picked up, got out, did a train robbery, got picked up again by the sheriffs, by the local sheriffs, but all in all, they had to let him go. They had to let his ass go. So that was that, and that just ended probably about like two minutes ago too. So it's all in a day's work. But my ending conclusion on that is, bro, just get a fucking job. Do something other than them low budget ass train robberies, because that shit ain't going for you. It's like junkie wars. It's to me, it was with the hit or miss shit and it being on the low end, $100, maybe zero, is junkie type, junkie type shit. Y'all tweaking. Tweaking to the T. Nothing. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. You gotta have something. If you wanna be with me, shitting me, because that's crazy word. All the way crazy word. Super simple. That's what I'm sitting here saying. Just get a job, bro. Y'all doing all of this. Scheming, plotting, planning. Nighttime hours all fucked up. Nah, just go get a job, bro. That's all y'all got to do. You and your whole clique, go get some jobs. Y'all go get some jobs. Y'all won't have to worry about any of that. Nothing of the sort. Because then you'll be just better off. Because you'll know that the paycheck's coming in. You'll know you got something to do to, bend your time off, So, bro, just go get a goddamn job. The word of the day is J-O-B. No bullshit. You don't got to worry about a dog catcher. You got to worry about a dog catching your ass. That's all. That's all, man. But yeah, shout out to the real ones in the chat. We appreciate the ASATs for sliding through. Lex, thank you for holding it down, bringing it in. Vonta, appreciate you for holding it down. Agreed. Vonta, agreed. Blessings from England. All the way from England. Fish and chips. Appreciate y'all. Always stamp. If you can, on your way in, on your way out, hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the kid. Just so I can end this off. Just so I can end this little vid right here. And move on to the next. Yeah, fish and chips, Vonta, fish and chips. Hello. And move on to the next. I'm gonna take a little refresher break, and like I'm gonna probably come back because I've been up here hopefully about an hour. Yeah, I've been up here for about an hour, so that's good work. That ended up being good. That ended up being real good. So hopefully I can beam that out, and that'll be good to go. So yeah, that was dope in the can. So I'm gonna ramp up something else, lock that in, get all my paperwork and notes and stuff together, and then I'll be back. Appreciate y'all. And you know what we do at the Ace Society. We don't fold, we ace, you know? Till next time, which is probably gonna be in a few. Appreciate y'all.